It happened to me right in front of my face. Just kidding. I got a bunch of free celery today to feed to the chickens, and the lady at the store was like, the celery's still really good, so just give the chickens the trimmings and you should juice it or like eat it. And I was like, all right, I got you. So this is awesome. Our local grocery store, one of the small chains here in Colorado, it's called Natural Grocers, and they will hook up people who have animals with their extra produce. Hey, Beachy girl. Welcome, lady. So I came home with a whole box of produce. She gave me some like wilted lettuce and a whole bunch of celery sticks that just kind of fell off of the celery, the whole celery. She says, usually I sell them as singles, but they're kind of cracked, and so I thought you would like them. So I was like, sure, thank you. And I got her number, and I gave her my number, and she looked at my card and was like, oh, you're a health coach? We're looking for a health coach here. She's like, they pay $25 an hour, and I was like, listen, I'm not trying to have a job at an in-person place. That's not, I stay home with my kids. I'm not trying to work in a place like this. As much as I would love to, it's not something I want to do. So that's not going to happen, but now I'm connected with the produce manager there, so that's awesome. So she said, yeah, eat most of it and then just give the scraps to the chickens. And I was like, definitely. So I already juiced a bunch of it. And with the rest, I thought we would try fermenting some celery today. I like celery. I haven't fermented it. I'm trying to decide, do you guys think I should ferment them in sticks, or I should ferment them, like slice them up into little chunks, almost like a relish situation? What do you think would be good? Because I feel like I could do like a celery relish, like chop it up almost like the size that you would use to put into stuff, like into a chicken salad or into an egg salad or something like that. You think sticks? Because I could always chop up the sticks and use it in stuff too, but I feel like that would be a really nice like pop of tanginess, and I think it'll probably hold its crunch really well. So I'm thinking, yeah, I could use that in like chicken salad, tuna salad, right? I guess I could do both. I don't have a ton left. I have this much. So we'll see how much I end up cutting off. I was going to put them into this nice swing top jar. So I'm going to start off, I think I like the idea of sticks, but I do have my nice spring, so I don't want to cut them too small because I don't want them to float around my spring. I'll tilt you down so you can see what I'm doing here. I've got my stuff set up for my kefir too. I need to do kefir as always. So that's here and handy. Let's see. I mean, probably just little slices. If I do sticks, I could definitely like come in and chop them up after they're fermented. I think I like that idea. I'm going to cut them into like flat-ish sticks so that they'll fit better in the jar. Let me tear my jar here. So fermenting things like this where we're going to end up adding more water, you're just going to load them straight into the jar. You don't have to put them in a bowl or dirty more dishes. And I'm just going to tilt this and start loading them in here. Let's do like that. It kind of helps to lay your jar down, but you want to put it on the scale and tear the scale before you start loading in. My husband's not a big celery fan, so he probably won't eat these. But I had a thought, like you could definitely ferment celery and carrots together, like for chicken wing sides. That would be really yummy. So we're just gonna cut them. Hey, Holly's here. So they're now they're flat, so they should fit together really nice. That's really what we're going for them to just fit really well into the jar. was trying to think what other flavors would be good with celery. I definitely think like mustard would be good with celery. Oh, we're just using up some celery here, getting it going before I put it in my fridge and rot it like the ADHD do. Get it all processed. The chickens already had the worst of the stalks. I saved the nice ones. Yeah, that's the thing now. Like, I just have to get on fermenting things before they get gross. I have a whole bunch of carrots in my fridge downstairs that realistically I should get going. I should ferment some of them because this is the best way to preserve your vegetables. I mean, it adds more nutrients to it. Why would you not? And just because it's fermented doesn't mean you can't use it in recipes and like cook with it. You definitely can. I was telling them how you could do, I was thinking you could do it like a relish, like chop it up into small pieces to the size that you would use to put in like egg salad. Yeah, I mean, you could still cook with it. It'll still be preserved. I like to cook with the fermented garlic that I make in just like the saltwater brine. And that still works great and it preserves it. Yeah, seriously, I'm sick of wasting food too. I mean, it helps that I have chickens, so they're not like wasted, but I hate to buy good food just to feed them to the chickens. Like, that seems like such a waste. At least this was free. I was telling them before you got in that I made friends with the manager, the produce manager at the natural grocers. And I gave her my card. I was like, hey, you know, here's my card. You should check out this talk I did. I do one-on-one coaching. And she was like, oh, they need a health coach here. You should apply to be a health coach here. She's like, you have a degree and all that stuff, right? And I'm like, no, I don't have a degree. I am self-taught. I learned all of this stuff on my own. I am too ADHD for college. That is not something that works in my brain. I have too many interests to focus on one thing for that long. It's just not. But luckily, I learned all of these things and they all lock in up here. Hi. I'm going to ferment some celery.
Ooh, could you give me celery?
Yeah.
I'm going to cut some up and eat it.
There you go. I should make some dip to eat this celery with. I just checked the cheese. It's thick. Yay. Yes, it's so delish. But you could totally ferment celery and carrot sticks and then make the dip for a party. Do like a ranch dip and have the fermented celery and carrot sticks with it. I've done celery once before, but I don't really remember it. So I don't know if it was just uninspiring or what. But I don't remember what it tasted like. It was a while ago. So I'm excited. I like celery. I'm a fan of celery. I'm just going to jam these in here. And I have my spring, so it'll hold them down. I could probably put some more in here. I had a client call today, and in her call we made sauerkraut and we made fermented carrots. And she's so excited. She's feeling so super like motivated. I was like, I told you it's easy. She's like, it was so easy. I'm like, yes, it is. The carrot sticks are so good. I think I like them better at like 3 weeks. Yeah, it makes them softer. For sure. Oh, in the fridge, not out. I see. Yeah, it definitely marinates in the flavor more. I feel like you could ferment them for like 5 days and then add in seasonings and like flavors and stuff and then put them in the fridge to brine that flavor into them, and that would make them really yummy. I think I might have the exact right amount to fill up this jar. Oh, dang it. Of course my scale went to sleep. Hey, Nene. What up, girl? Dang it. Alright. I should have wrote down the weight on it. That's okay. All right, we're gonna pull all this stuff out of here. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. It legit tastes like a pickle. Yeah, it does. All right, we're putting this back on the scale. Tear it. All right, we're gonna shove these back in here. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. So with celery sticks and like carrot sticks, any sort of stick-shaped thing, it's nice to just kind of tip your jar on the side like that to help it just settle into its spot. Oh, what is this black stuff? It looks like coffee grounds. Have a little coffee with my celery. No, get out of here, sugar seeker.
And can I have that celery?
Yes, you can have the celery. All she wants is to eat sugar right now. Get out of here. her golden outfit. My kids are have been wearing costumes for like 3 days straight. I think it's a ninja costume. Yes. We wore that to the library. Donovan was Pikachu. Natalie was a ninja. The lady at the grocery store was like, oh, I love their outfits. Like, I know, right? Wouldn't it be nice as an adult to be able to just wear whatever you want all the time? All right, so these are packed in here. I'm going to fill this up with water to like the neck of the jar. I'll be right back. I'm actually like on top of my dishes today. All of the dishes are in the dishwasher. Your girls are loving doing outfits. It's so fun. It's very fun. We just got a bunch of hand-me-down costumes from my son's best friend. And he's a big costume kid, so there's a whole bunch of fun ones in there, and they've just been wearing all sorts of costumes. I have a trunk full of costumes. Every Halloween costume my kids have ever worn, I have saved. Okay, so we have 1357 grams, and we're going to multiply that by 0.03. So we need 40 grams of salt. My kids had wigs on yesterday. They looked hilarious. Oh, that makes it so fun. They're so cute. All right. Shoot, what did I say? 43? 40 grams. Okay, we need 40 grams of salt. So I put it on my scale and I tared it, and now we're going to add 40 grams of salt. Oh, there's something floating. There we go, got this. So 1 tablespoon was like 9 grams. 2 tablespoons. Each tablespoon is like 9 grams. So it's like 4.5 tablespoons to get 40 grams. Just for future reference. And then I'm going to use my little spring here. I absolutely love these spring fermentation weights. Not that I think these are going to float, but just in case. So you just push it down and close the lid, and it holds everything under the water so nicely. I bet this celery brine is going to be super delicious. I might have to make, I feel like I need to make like a mocktail. Yeah, I use maldons. Maldon's my favorite. Like a faux Bloody Mary with some of these fermented juices, because I have the leftover juice from my fermented jalapenos. I am going to have a bunch of celery juice in here. I think those would be really yummy to mix those into like tomato juice to make it spicy. Add some like hot sauce and Worcestershire and all of those things to it. Like a mocktail. It's making my mouth water. I'm like... Right? Because I don't drink alcohol anymore. When I drink alcohol, I do not sleep at all. even like a tincture. If I take a tincture at night, if there's any alcohol in my system at bedtime, I will not sleep. So I have to be very mindful now of what I take and when I take it. So if I drink ever, I only drink during the day. I'm like, it has to be before noon. I'm like the opposite of most people. They're like, you have to wait till afternoon to drink. I'm like, if I'm going to drink, I have to drink before noon. Yeah, it's very wonky. I'm a day drinker. But yeah, I haven't had a drink in probably 2 years. It's just not worth it to me. I treasure my sleep. Sleep is so important to me. Like, if I'm being disturbed, if I'm being woken up, it really bothers me. That's why I wear these goofy glasses every night after the sun goes down, because my sleep is the most important thing. I need it. It helps a lot. These things are magic. I got some for my kids because they like to watch a show in the evening, and I like the quiet time. Let's be real. Like 7 p.m. on, I'm like, yes, you can watch a show. That's fine. I make them wait until 7, but it's very, very important that they have good light health. So I've ordered them these glasses because they would watch a show until 9 o'clock, and then they'd still be like, hoo, 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 ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, y'all, it's bedtime. You need to be tired. And they weren't tired because of the blue lights in the screens. So now they have to put on their glasses after dark to watch a show. And guess what? Both of them have been falling asleep by like 7:30 or 8 o'clock now. Crazy. Amazing. Fast results. How much these glasses help with the circadian rhythm is completely wild. And the glasses are cute. Hi.
Any more celery?
There's some. If you run downstairs and get me the big bag of carrots, I think there's also a bag of celery down there. And if it's not down there, it's up here. Oops. In the fridge. She's having a growth spurt. She's been eating like crazy today. Just crushing it. You're asking me not to, Les. Hi, Les. I might ferment a little more. I know, right? The glasses are amazing. And, people didn't know. We didn't know that blue lights were an issue until, 5 or 10 years ago when, like, the cutting edge of biohackers started to figure this stuff out. I'm super excited that I learned about it. Like, I follow a couple, like, big biohackers because I consider myself a biohacker, and I research so many different types of health, and I implement these things in my life. So I really, at the root of everything, I am a biohacker. I'm using microbes to hack my biology. I'm using light health to hack my biology. I'm using nervous system regulation to hack my biology. I'm using movement to hack my biology. So all of those things, they're improving my health, but that's really what it is. It's hacking. So it's wild. It's a whole thing. But anytime I see someone who's like really heavy in the biohacking community doing something like this, I'm like, wait, what? Why are they always wearing orange glasses in their videos? What's going on? And then I go and do research and I find out why they wear orange glasses. And I'm like, well, crap, now I need orange glasses. But they help so much. Like, they wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't working. You know what I mean? It makes sense. I had blue light blockers over 30 years ago. They were popular. See? And back then, they had mostly incandescent lights, and you weren't really looking at TV screens and stuff like that, like we are now.
Oh, no celery down there.
It's in the fridge up here, then.
Oh,
you're going to have a carrot? Okay. We're going to do some fermented carrots, too. Let me grab a jar.
Could you give me the skinner?
The skinner? Yeah, one thing.
I'll get it.
You can get it.
If I know where it is. I found it.
Jar. I get you a knife? Goodness gracious, she asks a lot. Purchased what you have. Thank you. Need to get prescription ones. Any suggestions? There's clip-on ones. I found some clip-on ones for one of my friends. And then there's also ones that go like over your glasses that might work. Have you done turmeric in the ferments yet? No, I haven't. Yeah, no cell phones, no computers, no LED lights. So back then, you didn't even really need blue light blockers. All right, we're gonna ferment some carrots too while we're at it. Grab some of these.
The dogs love these.
Yeah, they like carrot skins. I need to make some more of these because, ooh, golden carrots would be good. I don't have any fresh turmeric. I would have to go to the natural grocers and get some.
We literally just went there.
I know, we were just there today. So my friend's kids had the flu. Yeah, I got them on Amazon. If you message me, I can send you the link. Or I probably have it saved in my links highlight on my Instagram story highlights. So my friend's kids had the flu last week. And they're like, my tummy hurts and I have a headache and everything tastes like poop. And I was like, listen, you need a red light and you need some fermented carrots. I'm like, you just give them the juice. Every time they say their tummy hurts, give them the juice. That's what I did with Natalie when she had a tummy ache a month ago. She had a little fever. She had an upset tummy. Every time she said, oh, my tummy hurts, it was a shot of fermented carrot juice and the red light on her tummy. And within 36 hours, she was back in action. She went and took a righteous poo, and she was like, can I have a cheeseburger? She didn't eat for like 36 hours. She was like, She just drank the carrot juice. And it works. It works. I was like, you got to get it in him. You got to figure out how to get him to eat it. Because the thing with these fermented veggies is when you ferment them, they grow Lactobacillus plantarum. And Lactobacillus plantarum, it is a transient bacteria. So it doesn't stay in the body. And what it does is it gets into your system and it makes itself look appealing to the bad microbes. And so the bad microbes will try to go and eat the Lactobacillus plantarum. But the Lactobacillus plantarum goes, and it grabs it. It's a binder, and it escorts it out of the body on its way out. So this is a super, super powerful tool for clearing pathogens, any sort of sickness from the body. It works on E. coli. It works on all sorts of foodborne illnesses. It works for pancreatitis. It works for gallstones. It works super, super, super well. My niece used to drink the brine from fermented dills. Yes, it works from pickles, any sort of fermented veggies. It works. It's super powerful. I did the kraut juice for one of mine last week, and she was asking for it after the first shot of it. Yes, because they recognize it. Kids are super intuitive. They will find out what's good, and they will ask for it over and over and over again until their body has enough of it. And so once they know that this makes me feel better, this helps me heal, like my daughter will come in and go, Mom, do we have any pomegranate? And I'm like, oh, she needs polyphenols. Or she'll be like, can I have some albuterol? And they know what it is and they ask for it. Yes, lactobacillus can help fighting the C. It definitely can. She's usually not into it, but when she's sick, she knew she needed it. Exactly. Yep. Their bodies are super smart. They're very intuitive.
My body's...
No, it's all of them. Any flavor.
My body's salt hungry again.
Your body wants salt, yeah. No, the carrots are great. Sauerkraut's great. Fermented pickles. Like any fermented vegetable, the vegetable itself and the brine has Lactobacillus plantarum in it. So carrots, they have lots of beta carotene, which is great for your eyes. Really, really powerful. You've been smoking fermented carrot juice into water. Did you mean to say smoking? So I'm going to chop these up just into little coins. That's kind of my preference. Oh, shoot. I didn't weigh the jar. Hold on. Let me weigh the jar here. You put the jar onto your scale. The scale should be set to grams. And then you tare it so it says 0. You've been spiking their water with carrot juice. Smart.
Can I use one more carrot?
Yeah, you can have another carrot. Don't you have the whole bag over there?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to cut these into coins. I like to do sticks for smaller jars. Hey, hi Dodie. We're just talking about fermented veggies. Oh yeah, so I started telling you about my friend, and she's like, he won't eat anything. He's refusing everything. I was like, put it in a little syringe and just shoot it into his mouth. She ended up making a smoothie, and she put the fermented carrot juice in it. Guess who was back in action the next day? Little guy. Yep, fixed him. Fixed him up. It is powerful medicine for your toolkit. My daughter yesterday, she was, in the afternoon, she said, Mom, my throat hurts. It like hurts over here and it hurts back here. And she felt a little feverish, and I looked at her throat and it was a little bit red. I was like, okay. So I gave her a shot of the carrot juice, and then she had some of the sarsaparilla syrup that I made yesterday. Sarsaparilla fights gram-negative bacteria. So if you have a bacterial infection, it will take it out. Ginger is also a great anti-inflammatory, which is in there too. And then I had her gargle with salt water, which she gargled and then she swallowed it. And then she also gargled with clove water, gargled and swallowed it. And within 30 minutes, she's like, my throat doesn't hurt anymore. I'm all better. That was it. That was it.
I didn't swallow the clove water.
You didn't swallow? You just gargled the clove water?
And spit it out.
Oh, and spit it out? Okay. So you didn't swallow the clove water.
I swallowed the salt because it made my throat feel good.
Swallowed the salt because it made her throat feel good. So these are all super powerful tools. When somebody's sick, golden milk's great. I like golden milk. If that's something you like to do, have at it. Turmeric's nice. It's anti-inflammatory. It's really powerful. Not something I do regularly, but I really like it.
Mom,
Hey, Mrs. Lopez. Yeah.
your yogurt plus is done.
Oh, that's my natto. It's natto.
Oh.
She's going to be like, can you make rice? I made natto yesterday. It's so good. Yes, I'm making fermented carrots. Grams for fermenting helps. You used to hate golden milk, now you love it. Yeah, isn't that interesting how things change? Once your body starts to understand what's good for you. Less golden milk is a turmeric. It's usually like turmeric, ginger, black pepper, mixed with honey, and then you mix it in with milk and drink it hot. It's really yummy. When your body turns from not really caring for something to suddenly loving it, it means your body wants something. You're tricking your body into liking matcha. Matcha's got a lot of polyphenols in it. It's super good for you. It just can be a little tricky for some people who have... Yeah, as a tea lover, I'm surprised you didn't know about that. Oh, hey! Hi from the Philippines. I love Filipino food. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I used to date a Filipino guy. And his family cooked the most delicious foods. Do you have a video on how to make natural... I saw... Oh, natto? I haven't made a video yet. I'm working on it. You take curcumin supplement. So yeah, it could replace a curcumin supplement. I am in the process. Oh, adobo chicken is so freaking good. Everything delicious. I love different foods. I love foods from all different countries. Like, some of my favorite things are from other places, for sure. I love Indian food. I love Nepalese food. I love all the different types of Asian foods. Although Americanized Chinese food, I feel like is probably not the real thing. I would love to try like real Chinese food. Yeah, adobo. Oh, she told you about that? I'd love adobo. Yes. It's all so good. That like super sour fish soup. I don't remember the name of it. Is that what that is? Siseg? I can't say it. The fish soup is good. His mom made for us this, these stuffed chicken, they were like chicken drumsticks, and you like peel the skin back and stuff them with some different meat. Oh my gosh. So delicious. Adobo chicken was definitely my favorite. Alright, we're gonna have a nice big jar of carrots on deck. Need to have them ready because I took a jar over to my friend, and then my jar that's in the fridge is nearly gone. And the other day I had, oh yeah, sinigang, yeah, the sour soup. I like it. I like it. The other day I had a jar of carrots that was ready, and I just sat here and ate the entire jar. So I must have needed it. It must have been necessary, because your body doesn't just tell you to eat a whole jar unless it's something you need on board. It was delicious. I'm in PEI. There's a place here that makes a mix of golden milk. It's my favorite, and I have not been able to duplicate it yet. Ooh. Yum. I feel like golden milk's pretty straightforward to make. I made like a golden milk base, and it was just like powdered turmeric and powdered ginger and pepper, and then you mix it with honey, and then you just take like a tablespoon of that and mix it in with your hot milk or whatever. It's pretty delicious. So many Canadians, yes. I always have, I don't know, I attract Canadians. I always make friends with Canadians. Even like back in the day when I was playing World of Warcraft, I had all of these friends on World of Warcraft, and all of them were Canadian. I don't know why. Apparently my algorithm leans towards Canada. You could totally make it. It's not hard. And there's tons of recipes on the internet. I'll grab a couple more carrots over here. We're getting close. Yeah, Les has a real affinity for tea. He likes tea, so I could see him making it for sure. You should see the tea box at this guy's house. I think the first week Les and I started chatting on here, he sent me like 50 pictures of different types of tea. It was pretty awesome. What am I making for dinner? That's an excellent question. I have beef thawed. I hadn't really thought too much about it. I should probably start thinking about it. We might have to do another search and see what we can find. My husband's not a huge fan of carrots, so it's definitely not going to involve these carrots. I have beef. I guess I could do meatloaf. I had a couple different things come up on ChatGPT yesterday that sounded interesting. One of them was meatballs. This morning I made a skillet, and it was so yummy. You're gonna lose your snow tomorrow? Thank goodness. The frozen north is thawing out. Have you guys had the crazy wind where you're at? Yeah, I might need to do a quick meal plan search and see what I have in the beef department. Meatballs might be good. Meatloaf is always a hit. I have leftover chicken thighs from the other night that I could probably feed him. Or I could also just do sausages if I want to be lazy about it. I always try to keep something for like a super fast meal on hand. And a lot of times for him, I will do air fryer chicken thighs. He likes the chicken thighs. Oh, a quiche or frittata. No, I haven't made a quiche in ages. I do like quiche. Made burger bowls. Everyone loved them. Ooh, that sounds good. Tell us more about burger bowls. It was windy in Florida today. I heard that. I had a call with a client in Florida, and she said it was blowing really hard today. Yeah, today on my client call, we made these carrots, and we made some sauerkraut. I'm excited for her. She's pumped. Any advice on cooking bison ribeye not on a grill? Absolutely. How fat is it? Is it thick? Because I would reverse sear it. That's where you put it in the oven at like 130 degrees. Put a thermometer, or 100, your lowest temperature, like 200 degrees. You're trying to get it to 130 degrees. You put a thermometer in to get the internal temp. And once it reaches 130, then you finish it by searing it in a pan. It's so good. Like an inch. Okay, yeah. Do you have a probe thermometer that you can stick in it in the oven? Because that's really the key. I've heard bison steak is delicious. I was thinking it would be a really high protein breakfast I can make ahead of time. Okay, wait, what did I miss? What did I miss? Burger bowls. I missed something. Ooh, you made patty melts tonight? Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, quiches are a really good, easy breakfast. There we go. I caught back up. I was like, I missed something. Okay. I think I'm almost full on my carrots here. Look good. Man, my cauliflower the other night tasted so mustardy. Yeah, I'll have to pull it out to use my thermometer. Okay, so generally it takes like, an hour, but you probably want to check it every 30 minutes or so. I like to make sure it's nice and dry and put it up on a rack on top of a pan so that the air circulates all the way around it. Set the oven at like 220 and season it with some nice flaky salt. And then put that in there. And then once you get to like 30 minutes, check the temperature. And then you probably flip it, put it back in, give it another 15, check the temperature. You don't want it to go over because then it'll be well done. You try to get a probe thermometer that can like be in the oven. I have this one. Let me show you. It's not crazy expensive and it's corded, and you could set it to the temperature. You set it to the temperature and then you can stick that in the oven, and it can actually track 2 things at a time, which is really nice. But this is a handy tool if you're going to be cooking a lot of meat. It's also great for bread. Okay, she's telling us about the burger bowl. I made fries in the oven, browned up some beef with burger spices. Not octopus, she said. On top, not octopus. Added the beef on top of the fries and then the burger toppings and made a sweet sauce. Ooh, that sounds good. Like, oh, you added octopus to your burger bun. That's so funny. I love typos sometimes. They're so awkward. Like, usually I can read through a typo, no problem. But occasionally one will come through and I'm like, huh? Okay. I need to fill this up with water. Yeah, something like your fries would work with that. That would be good. We're filling that guy up with water. And then we're going to add our salt to it. Yeah, burger bowl my husband would love. He would definitely be on board with that. Okay, we filled this up with water. Ooh, cheddar chili fries are good. Heck yeah. Alright, we have $18.77 for the weight of our carrots and our water. So we need to do some math here. 18.77 times 0.03. We need 56 grams of salt. My husband likes pile-uppies, he calls them, where it's just like tacos in a bowl. Ooh, I like poutine. I like cheese curds. I could eat a bunch of cheese curds. Unfortunately, they're all made with like bad ingredients, so I have to figure out how to make them at home. Ooh, there's a piece of hair in there. Get that out of there. 55. 55. All right, we did it. So, to this, I'm going to add my fermenting spring. I love these fermenting springs. And then I got the Trellis & Co. fermenting lids that I'm testing out. So I'm pretty pumped on that. They have a little silicone vent flap on the top. So for this, I'm just going to mix the salt really quick by flipping it upside down. It might leak a little bit. Okay. Perfect. So this is going to sit on the counter for 5 days minimum, possibly longer. I'm going to write the date on here. These little wax markers are my favorite for labeling jars. So today is 3/5. Did you guys know it's my birthday month? My birthday is in T-minus 11 days. It's coming up. How exciting is that? Okay, so we made celery. We made carrots. I'm going to set these over on my fermenting plate. Get them out of the way. Perfect. On to the next thing. I need to do my milk kefir. And then we will sort out dinner. I need to check. I don't have my laptop up here. Alright. I know! Good old Pisces. There's a lot of us. I know so many people that have birthdays on or around my birthday. I've always had at least one friend who shared my exact birthday. Are there any other Pisces in here? Let's do milk kefir. Your mom's is on the 10th? Yeah. Husband's is on the 12th. Daughter's on the 13th. You made my diaper cream tonight? Yay! Good job. That's exciting. It's pretty easy, right? There's not much to it. I saw your DM, but I was already on here live, so I couldn't answer you. I was going to get back to you when I got out of here. My oldest was supposed to be on the 10th, but she was a month early. That'll happen sometimes. Let me grab my kefir. I split off into 2 jars yesterday. You can see it's definitely ready to go. See all the little whey pockets in here? little whey pockets. It's ready. Good. Yes. That diaper cream is the bomb. That was literally my intro into the world of making my own products. When I first had my son, somebody gifted me a dinky little jar, and I think it was Mother Earth's nipple balm or something, and it had calendula, and it had shea butter, and it had olive oil, and I went to the store to try to replace this dinky little jar. They were charging $30 for 1 ounce, and I was like, no, that's not a thing. That's way too much. That's super expensive. No way am I paying $30 for a teeny tiny jar. So I looked up the ingredients. I'm like, what is a calendula? And that was what started me down the path of like herbalism. That's how I started learning about making my own products and infusing herbs, and I went down a rabbit hole. I bought all of these books on herbalism. I started learning about foraging and gardening. Yeah, exactly, Nene. I'm like, I'm not paying for that. I'll figure it out. And it wasn't that hard. And I started growing calendula, and I started harvesting the flowers, and I started infusing it. And so my very first batch of calendula infused nipple butter, I was going to this La Leche League meeting. If you were breastfeeding mom, you might have heard of them before. It's like a mom-to-mom breastfeeding support group. And I was going there, and there was all these moms who obviously were doing the same thing I was doing, and so I gifted each of them a jar. And they were like, oh, this is amazing. And then I started messing with it, and I started putting it on the baby's butt, and it worked amazing on the baby's butt. And so it's just like slowly morphed over the years, and now I make a calendula stick, which is the same kind of principle as the original salve that I was making, but it's a really easy like way to apply it. So it's like a giant lip balm you can use all over your whole body, and that was a huge hit. So I started making those and selling those at the farmer's market, and it's just been like one thing after the next thing, the next thing, at the next thing, and the next thing, and before I knew it, I was making every single product, all the products in my house. Up until 2 years ago, I was like, I make everything except for toothpaste, but now I make that too. So now I make all of them. I make every product that we use in our house, and it's been fantastic, and it's a huge money saver. And every time I make something, I make a giant batch of it, and then if any of my friends or family want it, they will buy it for me, and it pays for our products. So it's like, it's a self-restoring situation. It's by making extra, I pay for our own, and yeah, it's cool. It's fun. I definitely love it. I've been doing it for quite a long time now. And all of those recipes are going into my book, which will eventually be ready at some point. I still have to edit it. I've been like dragging my feet. It'll be ready by October for sure. I need it to be done by October. I want to add some more recipes to it because there's definitely more stuff in my head that I feel like it needs to have. It's like 101 pages right now, which a lot of it is just like explaining what things are for and why you use them. It's not like, it's not a hard read at all. It's already litty lit. Well, and I have so much more information to add to it, and I have more recipes I want to add. I was trying to keep it to a more like just instructional, like this is how you come up with your own recipe. Like I want it to be very customizable and like explain what to use and why to use it, how much to use it, and all of that. Yes, yep, that's really what it's about. Like I share all my recipes on here. You guys can always have my recipes. I'm perfectly happy to share it. It's just to give that reference. So like you can just run to one place and go, oop, I need toilet bowl cleaner, and you can go grab it and have it, and you're like, oh, I need to make fermented carrots, and you can go grab the book and do the thing. So that's my goal, especially with as many people wanting the recipes as I have. Like, people want the information, and it's easier for me to just be like, here you go, it's in the book, have at it, than try to, I don't know. It just made sense, right? You're a hard copy kind of gal. Yeah, and I have a couple friends who've already just, like, printed it out. Which I'm like, it's still changing. You're going to have to print out more pages, but that's all right. They can spend their ink to print it out. They can go through and see which pages they're missing and print them out. And I'm going to have a couple different options. So, like, you can get the ebook. You can order the PDF print version, or you can order the printed version off of Amazon. What do you vote I make first with the cheese? Plain, chive, or sweet? Well, taste it plain, obviously. You can start off by salting it and just try it plain, and then you can flavor it up after. I don't know if Yaya told you, Holly, but she messaged me today, and she was like, oh my gosh, the universe is so crazy. It will always bring to you what you need. She goes, get this. A new guy just moved into the trailer park next door to us, and we were just chatting about food because he was asking if he could give my kids this pudding. And he was like, oh yeah, I make this kefir. Have you heard of kefir? And Yaya was like, yes, I have. She said this guy has had his kefir grains for since 96. So he's had them for 20 plus years. And he gave her some kefir. She said it tasted so good. And she gave some to her daughter, and her daughter like chugged the rest of it. So she's going to get some kefir grains from him. So pumped. It's amazing how the universe works and how it brings things to you when you need them the most. It's so dang powerful how that happens. Like, the people that are in here, they aren't in here by accident. You guys found this page for a reason, and you're learning these things for a reason so that you can utilize these tools in your life. It's not an accident. It happens for a reason. It's fated. It's crazy. And they keep forever. Like, you can keep your grains forever. You can keep giving these and sharing these and healing the people around you. They are indefinite. As long as you take care of them, they will keep forever. It is wild. So she can get these grains from him and have her own grains down there, and she can start sharing those grains with the people around her and start healing herself and healing her family. Magic. Powerful magic. This stuff has been around for thousands of years. Somebody found it so powerful that they have kept these strains alive. Every single kefir grain that's on this planet is from the original kefir that happened in the Caucasus Mountains. There is no coincidence. It is all fated. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah, knowing Yaya, she just talking and boom. Yeah. She said that she didn't even remember how it came up. She was just like visiting, and he was talking about giving the kids some pudding, and he just brought up kefir. And then they're like talking about kefir, and he gave her some kefir. And yeah, she's so excited. It's so amazing. I'm happy for her because I know she needs it. She's been talking about crazy sugar cravings, and I'm like, you know what you need. And she's like, I know. I'm like, you need to do the kefir. The kefir will fix you. The kefir is magic. Powerful, powerful, ancestral magic. Isn't that wild? It's crazy. Crazy how the world works. Things come to you when you need them. This kind of stuff has power. It's definitely powerful. Like, this is legitimately a magical thing. They can't recreate this in a lab. They've tried to recreate kefir grains in a lab, and they cannot do it. All of it is from the ancestors. They've all come from the same place. That's just so wild. It's wild. This is like the most ancient medicine. Like, I would almost think, I would be willing to say that I bet that the manna that they talk about in the Bible was kefir. I would be willing to bet that the manna from the Bible was kefir. I would put money on it. There's no way to prove it, but I would be willing to bet that is what it is. Because it is so powerful, and it's so healing, and it really does give you all of the nutrients. And with this and the long fermented bread, which you know they were doing fermented bread in the olden days. That was the only way to make bread in the olden days. They didn't have conventional yeast. Between those two, you're getting so many nutrients. It could sustain you through the desert. It could heal you. You could live on this alone. You really could. Heck, I have on some days. That's all I have some days. I'll drink 2-3 quarts in a day on super stressed out days. And because it's fermented, it's already broken down for you. It's pre-digested food, so your body can uptake those nutrients, and it deeply nourishes your body. It literally cured my ADHD. My ADHD is almost completely gone. Like, the only thing I have left is a little bit of, like, dread regarding bill paying, but I think that's normal. I don't think that's actually a thing. I'm stressing about a trip I'm taking soon, and I can't take it with me. You could get some of the easy kefir from Cultured Food Life. Get the little packets. It's better than nothing. Just get some easy kefir and take that with you on your trip. And when you get there, go to the grocery store, get some milk, make it while you're there. And then you can just reculture a little bit of that kefir. Like, if you save a cup of the kefir in the jar after you drink it, you can refill it with milk. And that, I mean, it's better than nothing, right? That'll hold you over while you're traveling. But if it was me, I would probably put some kefir grains in my carry-on luggage. Yes, bill stress is a real thing. I don't know. I think bill stress is like, I think that's not an ADHD trait. That's an everybody trait. But all my other executive dysfunction, like putting stuff off, gone. Lack of focus, gone. Anxiety, gone. Digestive issues, gone. All right. So these are my milk kefir grains. They look like little cauliflowers. They're not actually a grain. They are a SCOBY. They're a symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast, and they will grow indefinitely. And a happy grains will grow double in size once a week. They're flying first class on luggage, literally. I'm like smuggling them in my bra. Those are just my breast implants, sir. There's nothing weird in my bra. I would probably try to sneak them. All right, I need a lid for this. I love these lids. They make it so much easier to pour. Pay no attention to the random grains in my bag. Alright, so what you do is, after you strain your kefir grains, you pop them back into your jar. It doesn't have to be a clean jar. The microbes keep it clean for you. And then you add more milk. So this is feeding the microbes. This is what creates more kefir for you. So the microbes eat the lactose, they eat the casein out of the milk, and they pre-digest it for you. So your body doesn't have to work. Your executive dysfunction is diminishing too? Yes! It's amazing. really deeply nourishing your body will take care of it. It gets rid of so many issues. I have been so impressed. Little poop talk here. I have been so impressed with my bowels the last 6 months since I started mindfully eating, chewing my food super, super well, relaxing while I'm eating, and then doing this milk kefir every day. I used to have floating poop. I used to have like pieces of food in my poop. Now it's like perfectly brown, shaped exactly how it's supposed to shape. It sinks to the bottom of the toilet just like it's supposed to. It's flawless. And one wipe, boom, done. No double wiping, no issues getting clean. Sometimes I don't even need the wipe. Like you wipe it and it's clean already. That is a sign that your bowels are doing what they're supposed to do. We love the poop talk on my channel. We always talk about poop. I tell my clients, you can tell me about your poop. In fact, I like to hear about your poop. Please send me a text message after you poop. I would like to hear how it went. All right, and that just goes on the counter. Set it aside, and it will be ready tomorrow night to strain. So, since I drink a ton of kefir, and my daughter's back on the kefir train, she took a little break, she's back on kefir, we second ferment the kefir in my house. So that just means we take the microbes we already cultivated, and we feed it more food. So, yeah, you need a flawless poo. You can get to that flawless poo. You just have to do the thing. I can teach you. It's not hard. All right. So we're just adding more milk to this. And what that's doing is it's feeding the microbes. Ah, the poop chat would be better if I wasn't eating meatloaf. I love you, AB. You're hilarious. I love poop talk too. People should talk about poop more. If we talked about our poop more people would be healthy. More people would understand what their poop should be like. It's important. It's important to know what your poop should be like. It shouldn't be a taboo subject. It's something we should all be doing every day, and we should be comfortable talking about the things that we put in and the things that come out. I don't understand this whole taboo, like, oh, but it smells bad. Guess what? If your gut is healthy, it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell at all. It's just a thing. It's just a thing that you do 2 or 3 times a day. Yours seems to be fine. I don't know, Les, send me some pictures. I'm not opposed to poop pictures. If you're like, have a crazy poop and you want me to analyze it, I'm totally okay with it. The first thing I ask my kids and grandkids is about their poop. That's amazing. I got my kefir grains a few days ago. I'm starting to drink kefir in the morning. Yay, nay, nay. I said no. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. Send me pictures. I'm totally kidding. What?
Again today?
I did already.
Yay.
Yay. I'm going to do your mini kefir. She was very excited to see her tiny jar of kefir this morning.
It was really cute.
It is very cute. All right. We're going to put this little lid on here. I love these stainless steel lids. They're my favorite. They don't rust. They're all one piece.
Today we planted some microgreens.
We did. We started soaking some sprouts today, so we will have some little sprouts to show you guys. I ordered these. These are stainless steel sprouting lids. I'm pretty pumped on them because they will not rust. So in here I have some broccoli seeds. Broccoli is fantastic for sulforaphane, which is a master detoxifier, super powerful. She wants to know what green you're making, what you're growing.
Oh yeah, pea sprouts.
We're making, we planted some pea sprouts too. I work with a guy that would send out mass text to everyone after he pooped.
Now, can I have some sarsaparilla?
Not as a pic, that's funny. She wants sarsaparilla. Where even is the sarsaparilla? It's over there. Oh, let me grab my natto. Here.
Well, yeah. Oh. It's right there. Okay, open that.
All right. So, my natto. Yeah, we planted some pea sprouts. So you cut them off and eat the green parts. They're pretty good. Here is the natto. So, what you do next, oh yeah, it's got the slime. This Bacillus subtilis that is in natto creates this slime. And the slime is mucilaginous. And this has all of the enzymes to help you to digest all of your food. Protease, lipase, all of those are in here. No, we did the pea sprouts on microgreens with dirt. So this is fermented soybeans. So you cook these and you add a culture to them and you ferment them for 24 hours. Now, what you do with them, it is beans. You put the lid on and you put them in the fridge for at least 24 hours. I wonder if the lentils could be cut off too. Oh, I don't know, maybe. So I like to give them a little stir. They're very savory. There's no salt or anything in them. They have a pretty mild flavor. The Japanese eat them a lot for breakfast with rice, and they'll add either some soy sauce and some mustard to them, or they will add like MSG sauce, which I don't do MSG. It does not, no bueno for the brain. Yes, I use the yogurt maker to make the natto. So you can do that too. So what you want to do to get a hold of a culture, you can either order just like a powdered culture online, or if you have an Asian market near you. Huh? Yeah.
Can I have some of this?
Yes. You want to get some previously made natto. It's usually in the...
It exploded a little.
It exploded? You can get it from the freezer section. No, yeah, it's just 24 hours to ferment. So for the natto, I soak the beans. I soak the beans for 24 to 48 hours, and then I strain them, and then I pressure cook them for 40 minutes, and then you let them cool, and then you add the culture in once they reach around 100 degrees, and then you put them into the yogurt maker, and you stick them into the yogurt maker at 100 degrees with the lid like loose, not all the way on because they need air, for 24 hours. And then you put them in the refrigerator to finish. They like continue to populate the beans with the Bacillus subtilis in the fridge, and like the flavor gets really nice. So you want to let it sit in the fridge for at least a couple days. So you need a culture and some from the frozen section. Yes, you can have either the culture or you can get some from the frozen section at an Asian market. They sell them in like little, they're usually in, what are those called? The little white styrofoam containers, portioned out into single portions. Usually they come in like a 3-pack. So if you have an existing natto, you can use those beans to start your new batch. You just mix that in with your soybeans and then culture that together. So you just need one or the other. All right, my phone is going to die, so I'm gonna get off and cook dinner solo. I'm sad, but I'll miss you guys. Gotta go work on that, but I will talk to you guys probably tomorrow night. We do have to do kefir, don't we? You guys have a wonderful evening. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.